And then it got sent out. And of course, the press gets a hold of it. And then it became. And so I was like, okay. I didn't get a chance to talk to everybody. And it came from a constituent that came to me having a meeting with his young son who ended up getting a pipe.
Was he 18?
No.
So he was a minor.
Yeah.
Then.
So he got a hold of a pipe. I think
That's-
he was 13. Started smoking. Ended up getting into some pretty heavy drugs.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a really, really sad story.
Sure.
So all it's intended to do is to say, how do we keep the paraphernalia out of the hands of kids? That's it. I didn't even know what a head shop was. I
Well,
had no idea. So I am so pro business. I don't want to take anybody out of business.
well, and that's the thing. That's
no-
why I'm here.
Yeah,
is
I have
'cause
no intention of
let's
doing
talk about how we can protect state revenue, because state taxes that stuff. They get money out of that.
And you know what?
Okay.
Here's the deal. It's legal. And I have voted yes on legislation since I've been in
That's
here.
why I voted for you.
That regulates marijuana. I've been supportive of, you know what, the people spoke, they wanted it, so we have a responsibility.
And that's why we pushed for you. Our
Yeah.
organization pushed
So,
with you for you. So
I have no. Anyway, so I have a meeting scheduled Friday with a
Right.
whole group of people too.
Okay.
And the folks that drafted it in legislative council to say, how do we fix this to not hurt business but just protect kids? That's all I want to do.
I think it's not just about fixing it, but the state already has laws in place. See, this is the thing that is kind of confusing about this whole thing at first, when I first read it, because our state has laws in place for paraphernalia and its use. Okay.
You're supposed to show driver's license before you
yeah.
even go into that area.
Yeah, you're not even. It's a restricted zone. It's an 18 or older zone. But
mini marts are selling them.
right, which that's where we need to talk about the penalty and fine, because and as a cannabinoid user, I'm a medical cannabis patient. I'm a Republican, born Republican. Okay. But I'm also a medical cannabis patient, and it's because of medical cannabis that I have survived PTSD, chronic.
I don't have an issue with it. I mean, I seriously.
Correct.
I don't care who smokes it.
I think Oregon's got a chance.
It's not kids.
Here's the problem with it. Oregon's already had a problem. We've already got a problem in the cannabis world in Oregon, and that problem is that we've got a bottleneck in the labs because we haven't figured out what ORLab's going to be responsible for. You know, in regard to 91, really hasn't come up to a conclusion on how OLCC is going to regulate the laboratory specs. And, you know, Oregon has one of the strictest standards and laboratory standards in the nation, pretty much. I mean, look at our universities, you know. We lead the way in those areas. And so, but back to the paraphernalia and to any of these other things. I think that, if anything, businesses that want to engage in the sales and the use to distribute the paraphernalia are already incorporated under a law that the state already has in place. I think by your bill, we can enhance it and maybe even push for Oregon's talked about this before, about tobacco use and 21 and older. You know, we wanted to.
There's a bill out for that right now.
You know, we've talked about that before. You know, and we figure if a boy's old enough to go to war for his state and his country, then he should be able to smoke. And you know, that's where you're going to get that other side from coming across at it.
I'm not on that one.
Neither am I. I'm not either. And as a Republican, a lot of people look at me and go, "Why?" You know.
Yeah.
But look, just because I'm a red-shirted Republican, don't mean I can't stand up and say, "Well, you know, this has never worked for us."
The gun bill for me, if they can go to war at 18, they ought to be able to have a gun at 8. You know, I can't go there.
Right, and I have a 19-year-old son who wants a gun, and I keep telling him, no.
But yeah, we can send him to war at 18.
Yeah,
I get that.
correct. I get it.
Well, they want that berserker at war.
Yeah.
That
And we don't want that.
You know,
angry
you can't
young
drink till
person.
you're 21,
No,
you can't smoke pot
you
till
know,
you're 21.
correct.
So
Why can't we
the
bring that up?
paraphernalia piece,
Right.
we need to figure out.
That's
Okay,
where.
So
That's what I'm thinking.
So
And-
how do I do it?
Well,
without
because let's
hurting
get
business?
you're not going to hurt
do that.
business. You're not going to hurt them at all. Okay, businesses like I know the owners of T-Zone, which is one of the largest. I think they got 3 locations throughout the state. Okay, I don't think they would necessarily be affected in regards to their ability to do their business. Now, I don't represent those people.
The bill says the
so
only thing that was screwed up in the bill was it said that paraphernalia can only be sold at marijuana dispensaries.
right, and that's a
not
regulatory.
okay.
No, it's not.
So I don't care. You can sell it. Just have a 21.
But let's get it out of the quickie
about
marts.
the mini marts, though. They shouldn't be allowed to
let's
sell
get
them.
it out of the quickie marts.
They're
please.
buying them from
Okay,
China wholesale and selling
Oregon,
them for.
Remember, we were
terrible
really
pieces.
strong about pornography in our gas stations. Remember the back when we said you ain't going to do that because little kids go to gas stations, blah blah blah. Well, it's the same thing that when we got with the novelty lighters. Oregon was like, well, no, that's going to get kids put lighters in kids' hands because they're going to think they're toys and it's going to light. And this has actually been the case. Okay, the same scenario falls under pipes and bongs. Okay. And here's the deal, okay? By law, current law, okay, when you sell a bong or a pipe or any instrument that's used for the
They see the consumption of tobacco.
For the consumption of tobacco, because that's what they have to tell you when they sell it to you. Now the quickie marts don't do that.
Oh, no.
Okay,
And
they're on a fast buck.
And there's no way that OLCC can keep up.
No, absolutely. No, there's no way you would be able to afford a enforcement branch, even though the Oregon Medical Marijuana Program might be bringing you $81 million in surplus every year. That's still not going to be enough money to enforce that, okay? Here's how we enforce it. I like your writing. I read the bill, okay? I went in there and I read it and I looked at it. I think that the biggest concern that people are going to attack you about are going to be the dispensaries. We're already overregulated. We don't want to get involved.
The dispensaries love it, though.
Well, I know they do.
They love it because they get all the business.
But that's killing.
But
that's also killing Oregon's glass art.
Yeah, and I don't want to do
now
that.
Let's bring glass art into the play because I know artists. I know.
They're coming Friday.
I know world famous artists.
And I didn't even see. Here's the deal. I had no idea that was even a big
world famous.
Yeah, and so I have been attacked all over the place. My kids got attacked. I'm like, okay, I had no idea.
Well, you're attacking an art world too.
Yeah, and I don't want to hurt anybody's business. And I don't.
And I know you don't. And I heard you speak, and I've followed you, and I voted for you.
I do not want to do that.
I voted too for you.
Yeah, our whole family did actually. We all voted Hack. We even had her sign in our yard, I think, didn't we?
I think so.
I do not want to do that. So.
But here's the thing.
Okay, thanks.
I honestly believe instead of attacking the art world, which you got to remember, there's world famous artists right now that blow a glass piece that's worth tens of thousands of dollars in revenue, business revenue, that can potentially bring jobs and all that other good
gems
stuff.
Inside their crushed opals, crushed
anything. But here's the thing: let's rewrite it up to where if you own a gas station or a quickie mart where all public people are allowed to come into, then you can't do it.
Perfect.
It's simple. It's that easy. And if you want to own a head shop, then go do it by all means. Because right now we already have state law that says you have to inform them that this is, you cannot use this for this, and you have to be 18 years of age. Let's change that part and say, okay, well, we're already a cannabis state, so you got to be 21 or older to even exercise that aspect. That takes care of your constituents' needs. Because then he goes, okay, well then, we're already in a state of cannabis use, and you're not going to stop people from making pipes and bongs. It's never going to happen. It's never going to be. There's never going to be a way we can ever regulate that because I'm a fourth generation cannabis farmer. Okay, my whole Oregon family, we're the unicorn of the world. They consider us. Okay, so we don't.
So if we change it to say that mini marts, gas stations cannot.
Yeah, just eliminate
sell, marijuana, tobacco, paraphernalia.
Because it's already in the law. It's already set. The law states that you have to inform the customer that this is not for cannabis use. This is not for any illicit drug use. This is for tobacco use. And they even have to give you a little piece of paper.
If you go into T-zone and say the word cannabis or marijuana,
they'll
they make
kick you out.
Because they don't want to get in trouble.
Because they're scared of the law.
How do you keep a kid from walking in and saying, I'm going to use this for tobacco, when we know?
You have to be 21, or you have to show your ID.
Yeah,
you have to show your ID and prove that you're over 21.
As it is now.
But they could say they're going to use it for
Or
tobacco,
18.
and
I
they
mean
can get it
18.
at
18 years of age is tobacco use.
But you
But
can
But you see,
change
you
that
change
rule.
that law and you
Yeah.
say, look, we're already using cannabis 21 and older. I don't think anybody's going to gripe. But I think that if you start attacking the glass art world and you start attacking age-old businesses that have been bringing revenue, tax dollars, and jobs to our communities, that's where people are going to go, wait a
And I
minute,
don't know
that's
how
not
you
you.
regulate.
It's easy.
That's the pit part. Well, if I say you can't be 21 or over to buy the paraphernalia, how do you distinguish between paraphernalia and art?
Well,
That's the hard part. Too.
see, that's the thing. If you just leave the age factor alone, because we haven't changed the tobacco age yet. I mean, if you change tobacco
Once you
age, then
change
you
the
can change the
tobacco
age
age.
factor, because that's an amendable bill. You can go, we can amend this if this becomes part of that aspect. That way, it covers all the floor's needs. It also, on the other end. But, there's already, I'm surprised to see this. I quit smoking. I used to smoke a long time ago, but I quit. And I'm surprised to see there's people actually from tobacco companies coming into our state to lobby. Our state don't harvest tobacco or anything like that.
Yeah,
Now, cannabis, I can
we
see
tax-
why the farmer
we
will be
tax
there.
it.
Right,
And
but
so
as we
it's-
should.
Yeah, and
Absolutely.
so they don't want to see it. Yeah, the age increase. It's a big deal.
Right,
That's a mess.
I perfectly understand it, but I think the simple
Okay.
fix for the parents' needs is, look, we're gonna tell these quickie marts and gas stations they can't sell this anymore.
Okay.
End of story. This is a regulated thing already by law, okay? And so all we're gonna do is just add to this regulated factor that we're gonna let the head shop be the person that's responsible for this, the people that are selling this glass art, and then on top of that, we're not
Well,
gonna
and
just.
they're the ones that then can be regulated too, because OLCC is already out regulating those guys. There's just no way they can keep an eye on the mini marts, and the mini marts are putting it at eye level for the kids.
Right. But it got rid of the lighters. When you guys passed that law
Yep,
with the
it did.
lighters, bang, boom, no more little children were getting hurt with those
Well, they've
things.
got to
And-
put a big enough fine on it that it's going to hurt them.
but see, that's the thing. But that's why when you go to a head shop and you say the word bong, they'll kick you out. You say the word cannabis, they'll kick you out. Because they're already programmed to that
Yeah.
fact that you're not going to come into here and talk illicit criminal talk when we already are. They're starting to realize that cannabis is being an accepted fact in our community. It's something that's going to move forward. But also, it's reduced fatalities and alcohol-related deaths in our state. People don't realize that. They've just eliminated a factor. Oregon State University did a study, reduced our alcohol-related fatalities. They can link it to it. Cannabis use. So
I'm
if
not-
we're
yeah.
moving forward with maybe some
Put the
positives.
word out in the community. I'm not against. I
Okay.
seriously.
You do
am not.
know who I
mean,
represent, right?
No,
You don't know who I am, do you?
no.
Okay.
Really.
Well, I am the Merry Prankster's son. So we go way back in
Okay.
Oregon tradition and roots.
Right.
Grassroots Oregon, not from California or any of these other states, but
Good.
grassroots Oregon people. And we represent the Oregon Medical Cannabis Task Force,
Okay.
which is roughly about 30,000 Oregonians that vote in our constituents.
Yeah.
We don't ask anybody for any money. We ask them for their time, that they'll hear our voice. And we knew you would, Jody. And so
Absolutely.
the thing about it is, we know that you're very smart and bright and willing to bring that forward, but we want you to know that we're behind you 100%
well,
on
it's
this.
well intentioned. It's not a. I'm
Right.
not off the rails.
No, we want children safe.
Yeah.
We want.
That's it.
We
you know
want.
how to make what you could do to make a great big impact? Study about hemp and what hemp can
Oregon
do for
hemp
this
industry
country and
needs
for
to move
this state.
forward.
Oh, I voted for it.
That's $1 trillion
I mean,
Canadian
it can
industry.
replace fossil fuel. It can
I
replace.
voted for. We had some legislation,
You guys need to
last
take
session.
a field trip to Canada.
and
That's a tax
We
paid
have
job
big-
that you guys should go do. I will pay your wage to go do that.
so you have two appointments.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, well we're done.
Your Honor, I gotta.
We had